Sup everybody, it's your neighborhood friendly Beast Levy here. It's been a while. I know I haven't really been posting anything. I have been working on things in the background. It's just that I'm in graduate school now, and that means more time dedicated to my schoolwork because education is very important, and considering hopefully next year I will be graduating with my master's, it's taking a bit of more precedence in my life. Plus, I'm trying to dedicate more time to my other hobbies, such as Franci art and the writing and the video games and whatnot. So YouTube has kind of like taken a bit of a back seat in terms of creating content. But again, I do want to tell you guys, I have stuff in the works. One, my good buddy Cha and I have just recorded a video where we basically took a pot shot at Rice Gum. It's to be taken seriously. It's more just her and me having fun at his expense. I am also planning on a couple other videos that just require some research because you know me, research. There's also a video that I'm still working on. This one will take a little bit of time. It's a very personal video. Actually, to be perfectly honest, I have a few personal videos. But this one in particular is personal because it will be discussing my time with my ex-roommate. And the reason why I'm doing this is self-therapy. I have blocked the individual from most of my media accounts, if I could block them. But I feel like making a video discussing all the things that happened would be therapeutic for me, to just lay it all out. I'm not going to throw them out under the bus. I'm just going to discuss the shit that happened. And hopefully, if you guys are interested, maybe this will help you guys realize that something that happened in the past might have been in a manipulative or abusive relationship that you were in. Because I think oftentimes people ignore abusive friendships and only view, romantic relationships as could possibly be abusive. But I can assure you, abusive friendships can happen, and they probably happen more often than many people would like to admit. But I'm not just posting this little update just to update you guys. There's also something I want to admit. One is the whole fact of my political ideology has been shifting and changing as time goes. Y'all know that. Eventually, I will be doing, some sort of a Q&A or whatever, and you guys can ask me about whatever political beliefs. Sometimes I will say, no, I don't want to answer that, because I might feel uncomfortable. But just as a note, I am pro-gay marriage now, so all of you who are still calling me a homophobe, you can stop now. You can fucking stop now. By all technicalities, I'm technically a part of the LGBT movement, if you consider asexuals a part of that, but that's neither here nor there. Technically, they don't want my people. That's a joke, by the way. But the other thing I wanted to admit was a lie. A white lie, but a lie all the same that I made in one of my videos. And it was a dramatic reading that Cha and I had done over Evil SpongeBob. And I want to admit why I said the lie. Now, there was a person in the video, and I stated her name was Will. And I stated that to protect the innocent, we are going to rename everybody, and Will would like to remain anonymous. Well, some of you already know who Will is. Will is me. I am Will. Evil SpongeBob, and I have zero problems in sharing his real name, Cole. Cole was a manipulator. Cole was an abuser. Cole groomed me from the start of when I was a teenager, and he was in his 20s. I'm not saying he was a pedophile because he didn't do any of the sexual shit, but he still tried to fucking groom me. But I was scared. Even then, in that video, I was scared. I was scared he would find me. I made secondary accounts because I was terrified that somehow, some way he'd find me and he'd make my life a living hell. That's what happens when you are an abuse victim. You become terrified of your abuser, and you do everything you can to remove them from your life. Sometimes even in unhealthy ways. I would lie to mutuals about who I was. You know, like if I interacted with them on my old account, when I had my new account, I wouldn't tell them who I was because for some reason I thought that somehow it would get back to Cole and Cole would, again, find me. It's not something I'm proud of. It's something I'm rather ashamed about. But at the same time, I realized that as long as I keep this dirty little secret in, I will never be able to let go. So here it is. I'm saying it loud. I'm saying it proud. My first YouTube account was Final Guardian Yuna. My second account is kind of still active. CS Stormrider. Yes, I made a bunch of nerd shit videos back then in the days. I was a teenager. What are you gonna do? I currently have 2 fanfiction accounts, 2 DeviantArt accounts. I'm not active on the older accounts, simply because I really have no need for them anymore. But I intend on taking back a lot of my older content, and I intend on returning back to the older fandoms I was a part of before I became terrified of Cole. And to Cole, if you are somehow listening to this, somehow, some way, I pray that you never abuse somebody like you did me. I pray you became a better person. But don't ever think I've forgotten. I've forgiven you. Because your fate is not my responsibility. I don't care what happens to you, ultimately. I care what happens to other people in your life, which is why I hope you become better, or at the very least, they don't fall for your tricks. But I don't want to be a part of your life, and I don't want you a part of my life anymore. I don't trust you. I see no reason to trust you. You broke that trust ages ago when you flipped out over a stupid fucking icon. And then pretended to fake it. Or rather, I should say, you pretended to an attempt at suicide. I know it's complicated. And then you made up a bunch of these disorders that apparently you had. You shouldn't have told me, by the way, that you somehow have antisocial personality disorder. You openly then stated you're a sociopath. Don't do that, man. Learn from your mistakes. Never say that again. Hope you learn from that. But yeah, fuck off, Cole. I'm not scared of you anymore. And as for everyone else, I shall catch y'all later.